everybody, and welcome to True Crime Time for Thursday, December the 5th. And I'm your host, Woody Overton.
I'm Cyndi Overton.
Back at it. Ready to roll with it?
Ready to roll.
And December, sure y'all getting your Santa Claus stuff straight. I mean, my house is about to be like the North Pole. But anyway, it is what it is, right?
Yes, and you're
get
going to
in the
love it.
spirit of the season and all that good stuff. Today, we're going to be telling y'all some more true crime time stories.
Definitely.
Right? And y'all be sure to listen to Justice for Haley series that comes out on Friday. The State versus Scott Peterson, Scorched, which I'm in the, just listen to it. It's Scorched AF, or we wouldn't be talking about it. And we love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. And let's get down to it. Cyndi, the ladies first.
Well, I just really wanted to say one thing about the Justice for Haley. Y'all keep doing what you're doing the hashtag Justice for Haley in post. I get a weekly trending report for Google on what is trending on our pages, and everything in Haley's story is trending. It's increasing each week, and you're doing good. You know, the work is working.
It's very, very important. And if you see me in the Real Life Real Crime Community app and on Facebook, every time someone does a post with anything about Haley, I'll just respond with hashtag Justice for Haley.
Yes.
So it's important, ultimately in the end game, when we try to get this murder indictment, for this beautiful family and for this beautiful young girl who was murdered. It's important.
It is important.
We've done it before. We can do it again. Lifers rule like nobody in the world. You're the best fans in the world. And we truly, truly do love y'all.
Yes.
And Patreon, Convicts, it's already been released this week's episode, commercial free, early release with also the video, interrogation video has been put up and all that. So y'all go check that out.
Yes, definitely. And I guess you're ready to get started?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to tell this story. You know how I feel. I like to lighten things up and all of that. But this
is not a light show.
This is definitely not a light show.
There's nothing easy about murder or rape or bad shit.
No, I'm hoping in my world, I'm hoping that the more people are aware of the evil around them, the more help we can get for people so things like this don't occur.
Yeah, well, does it rain in your world?
It does
Crime
rain.
has been happening since the beginning of time.
I know, baby. I know
you're an optimist. I love that about you. But, yes, I hope so too. And I also hope I win the Powerball.
You've won the Powerball. You have me as your wife.
Oh, true. Good one. Good one.
All right. I'm going to get very, very serious. Police in Florida are investigating the deaths of a man and his son.
Another family story.
Yes. And their bodies were found by the boy's mother over Thanksgiving weekend.
There we go. Another holiday story.
Mm-hmm. Terry Bivens Jr., 44, and his 5-year-old son, Jackson Bivens, died in what authorities believe was a murder-suicide in Lutz, Florida.
That's crazy.
This is according to Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. And the investigation began on Friday, November 29th, when Jackson's mother called the sheriff's office claiming that she was not able to reach Terry, the father.
Right.
The woman, who police say was separated from Terry, called authorities around 7:30 a.m. on Friday and said, "I'm here to pick up my son, but no one's answering the door, and he's not answering the phone." Deputies conducting a wellness check found the door to the residence locked and Terry's vehicle in the driveway. They didn't notice any nefarious activity or signs of foul play during their visit at 7:53 a.m. that morning. Later in the morning at around 9:30, the worried mother managed to go into the residence where she found the father and son deceased.
The cops, when they go out on a civil case, which it was at that time, welfare check, if one parent doesn't return the child, you can't just kick in doors and shit. They have that parent, if they have custodial papers or whatever, they have to actually go back to their lawyer, take the court, get the judge to find them in, default for whatever. And then the sheriffs or the cops can get an order to go do it. So they did their job.
They did, right. And then the mother did her job of being persistent and unfortunately walked in on the grisly scene.
It's not like this dead dude's going to press charges against him for breaking in his house.
Exactly. She found the father and son deceased from gunshot wounds.
That sucks.
So police have not discussed when they believe the murder-suicide took place. When asked whether the killing was related to any possible custody issues, the sheriff's office declined to comment, citing the pending investigation. And police did not find any suicide notes during their initial search of the residence, they stated in a briefing.
Well, 9 times out of 10, there are no suicide notes, and there are certain things you can look for, but I've never had a murder-suicide that they left a note. I mean, I'm pretty much thinking killing your own kid and killing yourself says it all.
Yeah.
Like, who needs a note like that?
Right.
And then it sucks. I've got little boys in heaven and he's riding in hell. And I hate it for that mama and that family. It's just crazy. I don't know, but since you did a Thanksgiving story, I'm going to follow it up with one.
Okay.
When you thought you were done with the holidays, in Kentucky, a boy was arrested and booked for first-degree assault after he stabbed his aunt during a Thanksgiving dispute.
My goodness.
On November the 28th, right? So, it was during an argument. I mean, get in an argument with a champ, just stab her. So police in Hopkinsville confirmed in a statement that on Thursday, November 28th, the teenager was in a verbal fight with his aunt when things became physical. And he attacked her by stabbing her in the back, literally. So officers were called to the scene, but the 16-year-old who hasn't been identified yet he ran like a little bitch. And he already, listen to 16 years old, y'all. Not only did he run like a little bitch, he ran far. And he crossed state lines into Clarksville, Tennessee. And emergency medical personnel found the teen's aunt in critical condition, and paramedics airlifted her to level 1 trauma center in Nashville. So she was in bad shape. According to police, the teen, not a hug-a-thug here, this teen had already been wearing an ankle monitor before he stabbed his aunt. But investigators discovered that he cut it off. Mm-hmm. And police, you cut off your fucking ankle bracelet, it's supposed to set off alarms, right?
Right.
And they have to pay for that. So somebody's company ought to be in trouble for that. Police then notified the Clarksville Police Department, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, and Tennessee Highway Patrol about him running like a little bitch. And they began a search for him. So by Black Friday, the boy crossed back over the Kentucky border and made his way back to Hopkinsville. Like I told you, they always come home. Because, you got these big ideas and you're 16, you go run and go to Mexico.
He's a big, tough boy.
Like, hold on. Wait a minute. I don't have any money. And fuck, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And I wish I hadn't stabbed my aunt over her dress.
I'm pretty sure that if I had a nephew with an ankle bracelet, I probably wouldn't eat a Thanksgiving meal with him. I'm sorry. I probably wouldn't.
You probably would. You're so softy.
That's true.
And that, you maybe not turn your back to him.
That's true.
You'd be have him in the corner trying to talk.
Oh, I would be totally
be a nice boy.
Yeah.
He probably would stab you. Anyway, y'all, when they got him in, he was charged with what I told you, first-degree assault, and he was taken to the Paducah Juvenile Detention Center, and he faces 10 to 20 years in prison for stabbing his aunt.
Well, he deserves it.
Yeah. Hopefully she's all right. I don't know. I don't have any more info to give you on that.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. That's 2 Thanksgiving stories.
Yeah. Well, Okay. This next story is another suicide, apparent suicide.
I don't like to do suicide stories. I know murder-suicide is pushing it, but if it's a straight-up suicide, I don't want to do it.
Okay. You want me to go to a next story?
Yeah, please, because it's holiday time and might give somebody that's out there having a rough time the idea to commit suicide. Don't do it.
You are
that is
so
a
right.
temporary solution or permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Exactly. Well, we're going to talk about a landlord who allegedly beat his tenant.
Okay.
And I guess it's not allegedly because we don't do allegedly either. Right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so.
No, especially not if it's on video and shit or somebody's in the hospital because they did it.
2 men have been arrested after police say a man was beaten to death over a rent dispute that reportedly arose because the apartment did not have consistent hot water.
Uh-oh.
So the guy, I guess, refused to pay his rent because he's like, you're not meeting my...
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Christopher Samaru, 30, died after he was beaten with a bat in New York City in his apartment on Saturday, November 30th.
So the guy that had the apartment got beat to death?
Mm-hmm. Amar Lamani, 43, and Edwin Nina, 39, have been arrested in connection with the case. So Lamani has been charged with second-degree murder, assault, and endangering the welfare of a child. Nina has been charged with second-degree assault and criminal possession of a weapon. Lamani has been reportedly identified as Samaru's landlord, and the victim's wife says a dispute over the rent payment led to the violence.
Wow. How about that? You don't pay your rent would beat you to death.
Mm-hmm. They kept saying that we're not paying rent at the moment, but that's far from the truth. Samaro's wife, Brittany Shears, told Bronx News 12. The landlord accepts partial payment for rent because they kept cutting off the hot water. So they were paying, partial payments, and apparently they had discussed it. And so the attack took place when Lamani came to collect rent from Samaru, and
he brought a bat.
And apparently, yeah, right. So
give my rent, motherfucker.
Shears said the fight ensued, and Samaru was attacked with a bat. During the suspect's arraignment on Monday, December 3rd, a judge viewed security footage showing the attack involving a metal bat.
Nice.
And Shears. I know you don't like to mention like the GoFundMe, but a GoFundMe has been put in place to help with the family because Samaru was the breadwinner. The wife was a stay-at-home mom, and he's remembered as being an empathetic father and showed his daughter undivided attention.
Well,
and
there's always 3 sides to every story, but there's no doubt the dude was beat to death.
And they both pled not guilty. Lamani,
not gonna plead guilty right off the bat.
Yeah.
How many times in all the years I've been doing crime stories have you ever heard somebody plead guilty when they were arrested? Not very often.
Not very often.
Not very often. Spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from Uncommon Goods. If you haven't finished your holiday shopping yet, don't panic. We've got a secret source for incredible original gifts, and that's Uncommon Goods. They've got unique, hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. Gifts that spark joy, wonder, delight, and that it's exactly what I wanted feeling. And somehow they know exactly the perfect gifts for every single person you know. So skip the gifts that scream last minute and find something truly original at uncommongoods.com. I love the 12 days of gourmet nuts, y'all. Holy smoke, they're good. Each one of these packages contains 2 ounces of reusable container and has a different flavor of melty nuts in it to indulge in. Salted pistachios, honey sea salt almonds, cranberry nut blend, coconut curry peanuts, salted cashews, smoked almonds, buttered cinnamon pecans, fireside trail mix, deluxe nut mix, sea salt walnuts, Taproom nuts, salted corn nuts, and each flavor is shrink sealed for freshness in its own reusable tin, and the collection is beautifully packaged in a ready-to-go gift box. So when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. Many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches, so shop now before they sell out for this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. For holiday hosts and hostess gifts to the coolest finds for kids, for everyone from book lovers to die-hard sports fans. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, not the same old selections you can find just anywhere. Looking for a gift? You don't have to worry. Getting lost in the mail? Uncommon experiences are more than virtual classes. There are unexpected opportunities to have fun and connect in new ways, from tarot card reading, lunar astrology charting, cooking and mixology classes, crafts, gardening, and so much more. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3 million to date. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/RLRC. That's uncommongoods.com/RLRC for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. Hey y'all, it's fall, my favorite time of year. You know, I love hunting, traveling to see my grandbaby, or go to Wisconsin and spending a precious time with friends and family. I'm so excited to ditch my shorts and flip-flops and upgrade to cozy sweaters and warm leather jackets from Quince. Quince offers affordable, high-quality essentials for any wardrobe. That includes seasonal must-haves like Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $60 and comfortable pants for any occasion. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. And they partner with them directly, cutting out the cost of the middleman and passing the savings to you. That means Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands, so you can update your look without breaking the bank. Shopping with Quince is fun and easy. You know, I don't like to shop. That's my wife Cindy's job. But when it comes to picking out my new fall wardrobe additions from Quince, I had to be part of the decision making, and it was so easy. I got the fisherman sweater in alabaster, and I even chose the Mongolian cashmere joggers. They are soft and comfortable. The prices are great, and the quality is even better. I would put any of my new additions up against any luxury brand out there. Upgrade your wardrobe with pieces made to last with Quince. Go to quince.com/RLRC for free shipping on your order and the 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/RLRC to get free shipping and 365 days returns. Go to quince.com/RLRC. Planes, trains, and automobiles, and everybody's got to make a living, including dope dealers. Some of them are a little smarter than others. Some of them aren't. Now, you know, I guess if you were going to try to smuggle drugs to an airport, this would be a good way to do it. But, you know, they have canines and shit. So let me tell you about Raj Mathura, 31. Has been charged with one count of possession with the intent to distribute methamphetamine. And he's from California. And he tried to get on a flight smuggling meth-caked clothes in Los Angeles.
How do you do meth-caked clothes?
Because they break it down to a liquid and they dip it and then they let it dry. And then when they get to where they're going, they soak it in whatever to get the meth liquid back out.
If they could use that intelligence to do good in this world, you know?
Yeah. Well, this guy, Mathau, is 31, tried to fly from LAX to Sydney, Australia on November the 6th. And this according to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Central District of California. So he checked 2 pieces of luggage, which were x-rayed by security officers who flagged irregularities and pulled them to the side for a secondary inspection. I bet his sphincter
got tight.
Right. Law enforcement found the suitcases contained more than a dozen white or light colored clothing items that were dried stiff and covered in a white residue.
Wow.
Yeah, see, he wasn't that smart. And officials claimed investigators field tested a sample of the residue, which tested positive for methamphetamine. And the cop said the meth cake clothes, including a cow pajama onesie. Wait, check this out. This is going to fuck you up. They weighed 71.5 pounds. And that I guess they did the extraction of the meth from
right.
The residue from was over a kilo. That's 2.5 pounds of meth. That's a lot of fucking money. Anyway, this dude's from Northridge, California, and I told you what he was charged with. He only got a $10,000 bond, but they said drug dealers are continually inventing creative ways of smuggling dangerous narcotics in pursuit of illicit profit. And that's what the U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada said. In the process, they are poisoning communities throughout the world, and law enforcement is committed to fighting drug trafficking, knowing that every seizure they make saves lives.
But that is so very true. And I remember my daddy, I was a baby. I don't remember when it happened, but he was, for a very long time, the person that held the record for getting the most marijuana out of a vehicle. And there's this famous picture. It's actually in the Smithsonian. And, it was like the first time they started hiding marijuana, like inside panels of cars and inside and tires, and he found that seizure on his own. He
was an original
gangster,
badass, a federal agent, and did his life doing that. And they actually had him on task force going all over the country, from the Key West to whatever. Even though he was with the Border Patrol.
Yep.
He assisted in that. At that time, they were very proactive. Well, I'm sure they still are, but they have all the different agencies now.
He also, while we're on it, just really quickly, I'm very proud of him for this, but he's also in the Smithsonian again, as this little, he's a blonde haired, blue eyed man, barely, had to learn to speak Spanish, and he infiltrated one of the biggest, like before MS-13 was MS-13, and brought them down.
Yeah,
so
cartels.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So, and shout out to Pop Pop.
That's right. But now we're going to talk about some Christmas pies.
Yes.
That were stolen.
That's something you be loving.
I do love a pie.
Yep. No doubt about that.
I do. I'm not going to deny.
Too. And I saw her last night. She came back down. And I was thinking, so y'all, I'm going to tell Cyndi. Cyndi goes to bed every night. And about 2 hours later, she gets up and has a snack.
It's true.
And then,
it's a sweet treat.
Sophia had gone to bed. And then about 2 hours later, I came through the kitchen and I heard the microwave and she was eating some pecan pie.
Yeah.
And I was like, getting your sweets fixed in?
She said, she came into the office and she said, I hope Woody thought that I was, I think she said something like, hope Woody doesn't realize this is for me because he's going to want it. Because they have this thing. If Sophie likes something, Woody loves it. And if Woody likes something, Sophie loves it. Yeah. And then it's like this cat and mouse game of like keeping it.
Oh, shit. They hide shit from me. Yeah.
We have to.
Well, it would be better if you left it in the middle of the counter and said, this is mine. Don't eat it.
And when I did that, what did you say? With my peanut M&Ms?
Probably that I paid for it.
Exactly.
You never put it in the middle of the counter and did that. Y'all, when the problem is, and y'all, I very rarely have a sweet tooth, and so, but maybe.
But when you do, you do.
When I do, I do, and I have to go looking for shit, and there's nothing in my cabinet because I have like my own cabinet. There's nothing in my cabinet. I go look in other people's cabinets, and then I'm like, if I was, because they know I'm never going to bend down low and look or look in stupid places, so I find your shit and I eat it.
Yeah, you did.
But it'd been much easier. If that meant that much to you, if you just put it in the middle with a note on it and said, please don't eat, I wouldn't eat it. I'd ate something else.
I would have to disagree, but.
Or at least her daughters, I wouldn't eat hers. But I had a piece of that pie the other day.
It was hard. It's a store-bought pie, which I don't do store-bought pies.
Yeah. The other thing about Christmas, besides the decorations in our house, is the other stuff that goes with it.
Oh, you love all the other stuff that goes with it.
I didn't say that I did.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, thieves stole $30,000 worth of Christmas pies during.
That's about how much you're going to cook.
It's true.
You cook and shit and give them away. I'm like, hey, then I can't. I got to dig for something to eat that's sweet.
Well, that's a Steve Paraguay tradition as well. My daddy did that. Jan would. My dad, he never cooked, but he would have my stepmother and I cook and sweet treats and give them away to all of the friends and have a tray for.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
I'd like to have some of it if you cook it.
Yeah. Well, Chef Tommy Banks doesn't have any of his pies.
Tell us about Chef Tommy Banks' pies that are no longer there.
He told his followers that the thieves probably just wanted the van, but they got $30,000 worth of pies.
Yeah, how fortuitous. That's a gift that keeps on giving.
He hopes that someone who needs them can eat them.
Pretty sure they're distributed through the hood.
Right. A Michelin star chef, which I just told you, is urging thieves to get into the Christmas spirit. So British restaurateur Tommy Banks, I didn't realize this was
This is a worldwide crime.
Worldwide crime. So the British entrepreneur Tommy Banks.
I got to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Michelin star is fucking overrated. We went, we're not going to say where, but we went to a Michelin star restaurant, and it's some of the worst, not only food service that I've had.
I would 150% agree with you, but you did love that Moscow Mule.
I was about to say, you got to steal my thunder. I loved the Moscow Mule because there's a story. Anyway, we were pretty inebriated, or I was pretty inebriated when we got there. And then the having to wait on drinks just really pisses me off. And so Shane, we were drinking Moscow Mules, and Shane was sitting beside me, and he was talking. We had a bunch of people at the table, and he was talking to someone else. And hell, I'd ordered 2 more Moscow Mules.
Yeah.
And he said he looks over and reaches for his drink, and he looks for his drink, and he looks at me. I'm going,
you're sipping on the straw and you're side-eyeing him do you see this?
Yeah.
I have a picture of it.
They also said I was speaking gibberish that night at the table.
Well, you were.
Did tee off the next morning, and that was the day of they solved Mary Pouchot's case.
That's exactly right.
And the Channel 2 news director called me, and I was so hungover. And it was Trey. His name's Trey, and he was like, Woody, this case just busted wide open. Can you do an interview? I said, dude, I can barely breathe. And I'm about to play on the
best
golf courses in the world. And no, can't do it. Yeah. Michelin star, overrated. My wife should be a Michelin star chef.
Oh, I appreciate that. With your tacos every night. But
yep, I love my tacos.
I know you do.
Made with deer meat.
Definitely. So he, Tommy Banks went on Instagram on December 2nd asking criminals who stole his van with 2,500 pies worth over $30,000. So he says in his Instagram post, we've been robbed.
What kind of pies?
I don't know. I'm going to continue to read. They're savory pies.
Savory.
I'm sure. What is that?
That mincemeat pie.
Like shepherd's pie?
No. Shepherd's pie is meat, mashed potatoes.
Well, that's savory.
It's not a pie though. That's like a misnomer. I'm thinking like that mincemeat pie, which I never like. I mean, that's a pie.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I'm not one for savory pies.
Where's this at?
Well, this is in England.
Tommy, let us know. Tommy be loving. Tell us about the stories. He gave us a follow up on the Cheshire cat woman that kept the kid under the bed and said the kid's doing real well. Kept the door under the bed.
I didn't see that.
He sent me a message today.
Oh, that's
Tommy,
awesome.
let us know what kind of pies these are, please. $30,000 worth.
So he's explained that a truckload of savory pies destined for a holiday market was stolen the night prior. Nearly a ton of pies with my name written all over them is somewhere in the north of England. And there's pictures of the pies here. I'm showing him a picture.
That may be like a shepherd's pie or something.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like an American pie.
It has like shredded meat inside of it.
Buy American pie.
Well, we don't want you to have a American pie.
Drove my Chevy to the levee with the levee just dry.
Mm-hmm. Good old boys drinking whiskey.
Okay, I know this.
Let's don't continue that.
I love that song.
I love that song too, but it makes me sad.
You know another song I really love? I was watching Denver play last night.
Yeah.
Country Roads. If you can't sing along with Country Roads, I just don't know. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but I can sing along with Country Roads.
You can sing that in Friends in Low Places.
Yeah.
If Chase is holding you up.
And I fell off the stage, yeah. Well, thank God, Chase. Chase Tyler, shout out to you, bro. I hadn't given you a shout out in a long time. And the Chase Tyler Band, who do the opening music for Real Life or Crime Originals.
Yes.
All right, finish up on the pies.
So Banks, the chef owner of several restaurants in York, England, noted that it's horrible being robbed, but digressed that the thieves were likely just looking to steal the van, and they probably didn't bargain for the nearly ton of pies that were in the back of it.
I wonder if he has insurance on the pies.
Probably. I would hope
30,000
so.
more? I bet if he didn't, he does now.
He explained that the theft is upsetting for several reasons, none of which is the money.
His pocketbook.
He said none of which is the money.
My ass.
It's kind of sad because that's a lot of meat. Well, you would be very...
It might be. Yeah, I guess steal my meat. See, man.
And a lot of flour and a lot of eggs and a lot of work.
So, Tommy, just for the record, in America, and somebody's going to prove me wrong with this, I have never had a pie that has meat in it.
Chicken pot pie?
I mean, like a pie, sweet pie.
Well, these were savory pies.
I don't know the difference between savory and
savory is not sweet. Sweet and savory.
Let me ask. What does savory mean?
As an adjective, savory means a food belonging to the category that is salty or spicy rather than sweet.
Oh, you got me. You got me.
Can you say that again? I can't hear you.
Shut up.
Banks then spoke directly to the robbers, saying that he knows he won't get the van or the pies back, but that they can't do anything with these pies because they have his name written all over them. With that in mind, he pleaded that they drop them off at a community center.
His name in crust?
Apparently so.
I mean, you get your name on the pie or rip it off and eat it.
Yeah, I guess so. Someone who needs them could eat them.
Well, isn't that special?
He goes on. I mean, do you want to say a little bit more?
Not
but
really.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure people are bored with rich boys, savory pies.
Yeah.
And you know what? I now know that I'm a savory chef.
You are a savory
I only cook
chef.
savory things. I'm going to use it 3 times in the show to make mine.
Holy moly.
I was talking with Roy Provost. We were talking with Roy Provost and Kristen today with Louisiana Funeral Services.com, Louisiana Pet Crematory.com, and they got some really special savory stuff coming up.
They do. They have a really savory.
I've used it 4 times. I'm good.
Okay, keep using
So y'all
it.
stay tuned for that because
We're excited.
We're going to show you how to cook savory. All right, I got one for you. Are you ready for this? Kind of fits in with Roy and Kristen also.
Okay.
If it had died. Beast mode. All right, check this out. We're going to a 4-year-old Colorado girl was attacked by a coyote on Thanksgiving.
Gosh,
I saw a coyote the other morning.
I don't want to know.
The thing about coyotes, they fuck a coyote. They're bitches. They never stop running. And the only time I've ever been able to kill them is when at nighttime with the infrared. I mean, you could literally watch them run around the food plots. Look, they eat rabbits and baby turkeys and baby deer and shit. They're not good animals. They're fucking worthless.
No, I know.
And so I would sit there and watch them run around the food plot until they got tired and thirsty and they'd come down to the water and they'd stop and I'd shoot them in the head.
Yeah.
So fuck a coyote.
Well, I'm just scared of them.
Well, you don't have to be scared of them.
Well,
they're scared of you.
Well,
you don't know. Let me tell you what happened. All right. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't do this.
Okay.
So She was attacked by a coyote on Thanksgiving Day after she approached the wild animal because she thought it was a dog.
Oh.
So the
Poor thing.
now the state officials are hunting for the animal. And y'all, that's a common thing. If you get eaten or not eaten, well, eaten too.
Yeah.
Eaten by a shark or a bear or whatever the fuck, they're going to go kill that animal. So save a coyote's life. Don't get eaten by it. Anyway, the incident took place late in the afternoon on Thanksgiving Day in Colorado Springs, Colorado. What a beautiful place. And that's according to Colorado Parks, Wildlife, people. The agency is reminding everyone to be vigilant of their children and pets when living among wildlife, according again to Colorado Parks and Wildlife. We're shaming them from up in Wisconsin. Wolves are like a real thing. We have them on deer cameras and shit.
Right.
Like he won't bring his dogs out to lease and stuff. One time I shot, that was, what's his name? Shot the turkey. We pulled a double on turkeys. We both shot 2 gobblers at the same time. His flew back into the woods, was wounded. When got his dogs, he was like, fuck that. I didn't bring my, those wolves, like 150 pounds.
Wow.
That's almost
I bet they're
much
beautiful.
as I weigh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're beautiful. They will eat your ass.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, back. Hey, ladies, are you feeling overwhelmed by hormonal changes? Well, you're definitely not alone. There are more than 1,000 hormone disruptors living in our environment right now. It's in your food, your water, the air you breathe, the clothes you wear, your skincare products. They all mess with your hormones. Then there's the natural hormone changes your body goes through, premenopause, menopause. And while it's a natural process, it doesn't mean you have to suffer through it. The good news is you don't have to suffer through it anymore because now you have Hormone Harmony, a formula made only with herbal ingredients that are shown to reduce hormonal symptoms in women of all ages. Hormone Harmony is not just a hormone supporting supplement. It's become a phenomenon. Women can't stop talking about it on social media. A bottle of Hormone Harmony is sold every 24 seconds. And the biggest benefit? Well, my wife says it makes her feel like her own self again. And that's what women mention over and over in the reviews. And there are over 30,000 reviews for Hormone Harmony. And for a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use code RLRC at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC for 15% off today. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC. To it. Park officials said the girl was attacked when she and another child approached the coyote crouching behind a tree, thinking it was a dog. She was 4 years old. The coyote lunged at the girl, grabbing the back of her head and inflicting serious injuries that resulted in an overnight stay at the hospital. This could have been much worse. Tragedy, if not for the quick action of the child's father to stop the attack, rescue his daughter, and scare the coyote off, according to Tim Kronig, the area wildlife manager for the Pikes Peak region. And the Colorado Parks Wildlife Agency says the 4-year-old girl was released from the hospital after her attack, adding that its officers are now on the lookout to pursue the coyote and hunt the animal. The agency says that despite it being impossible to identify the exact coyote, they and its partners will lethally remove any coyote it can find in the vicinity of the attack. So this is what really happened. That coyote just brought fucking heat on every coyote in the park.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm sure he's been like blackballed now. Like, motherfucker, they're hunting us because you ate that kid. they would have left us alone. I'm not laughing about the little girl because that's
no. She's sad. I mean, at least she made it.
So look like back in the day, when I was a SWAT team, like one person would do something really stupid in a bad area, and then we'd swamp dog him.
Right.
We'd go down there and just wear their fucking ass out.
Right.
Like for nights and nights on to the sheriff got tired. Nights on end, we just lived in their area.
Right.
So they couldn't sell any dope.
Right.
They couldn't do anything. Nobody with a warrant came through there. And all because one dude pissed off the police.
Yeah.
Well, they pissed off these wildlife police and they killing all the coyotes. They said, we don't know yet what brought the coyote into the yard with this child, but it's an important reminder to everyone to be alert and haze wild animals away from their homes. I don't know what the fuck that means. And neighborhoods. That goes for deer, fox, bobcats, bear, and other animals. Don't let them get comfortable around people. If you see them, throw rocks at them, yell at them. And if you notice aggressive behavior, run like, call us immediately and we'll try to remove any aggressive animals.
Well, don't you think that throwing rocks and whatever is antagonizing
that's what they mean
them?
by haze them. So what happens, and this happens a lot, especially with bears and shit, they smell food and they'll come in and they'll eat. Now, once they find it once, they come in every time. That's how on bear hunting, when they bait the bears, it works.
Yeah.
But they do it like in your garbage cans and camping sites and stuff like that. So the more they come in, bears have no natural predators.
No, I guess
Wolves
not.
have no natural predators.
Right.
Right.
They're
the top of the apex.
Yeah.
Right. And so they get used to it. So they're saying, if you see one, holler at them, like that stupid show I watch. Hey, bear.
That's exactly what I was going to say on Survivor.
Hey,
we're like,
no,
hey, bear.
It's not Survivor. It's,
not Survivor.
Alone.
Alone.
Oh my God. I'm looking at these Yankees, Yankees and they see a grizzly bear and they're like, hey, bear. Hey, bear. I'm like, motherfucker, you just call attention to yourself.
I know.
You better be, bears can run faster than humans.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw my first bear ever in person, when my mom and dad's place.
Yeah. And if I see that bear.
But it used to be.
That scares
me. It used to be. We were so populated with bears. Like the first restaurant I worked at was Bear Corners when I was 15. Mm-hmm. And now they're coming back.
Yeah.
Right. But you would never see Woody Overton shouting, hey, bear. Hey, bear, in an attempt to scare. That's their idea of hazing.
Yeah.
I'd much rather throw a rock at it, but I'm going to be carrying a gun. So if I need to, I'll throw it.
Yeah. I don't know. What should I do? Because I'm walking through. You
have a rifle?
So my rifle will kill a bear.
Hell yeah, your rifle will kill a bear.
Okay.
A rifle will kill anything. A rifle will kill an elephant.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not going to matter because I'm just going to tell you ahead of time. First of all, I'll have no collusion with the bears. If they're going to eat you and walk into the stand, you're going to be done in the dark. And so you're not really going to know about it. They'll just get you.
I know. Because there was a deer at my feeder the other morning and I couldn't even see it.
Yeah, but a deer's not going to eat you.
No, I'm just saying that's how... I can't see in the dark.
About the bear, I'm trying.
Oh no, you're going to have your little meet and greet tonight with them and say Cindy's going to be on such and such
you're
stand.
You're going to walk out no light. I'm going to teach you how to walk the stands with no light, and then every little stick you hear break, you'd be like, "Hey bear, hey bear." Nah, fuck that. Anyway, y'all, we love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. It's Thirsty Thursday, and getting closer to Christmas, and we do a lot of joking and stuff, but like that kid and stuff, I can't imagine. Thank God her dad was on point.
That's right.
And it is what it is. Wild animals do shit, and they're wild for a reason. And that's what
I naively thought that coyotes were nocturnal.
They are.
Okay.
Well, 99.9% of the time, I saw the one I saw the other day was on the stand, and it came running across. Actually, I think I saw two. They came running across the food plot, but it was right at daylight.
Okay.
They were they were partying all night. They were trying to get home.
Heading home.
They were trying to get home and start drinking some water so their hangover wouldn't be so bad.
So, you're going to tell another story?
No.
I would just tell a quick story.
All right.
So this is not true crime related. It's hilarious to me.
Is your name Agravino?
No, this is hilarious. So I had just had a little sit down chat with WL.
That's our
asking him
youngest son, y'all.
what he wanted
14.
for Christmas. I said, I really need to know what you want for Christmas. And he was like, PlayStation gift cards. And I was like,
Imagine
anything not to do with PlayStation. What about like Oculus? Like LA has his old Oculus. And so LA is
That's
going
our
to,
oldest son.
yes, he's going to get like, the golf club, so he can like pretend VR play
Right.
golf. And I said, what about something with that? And so he asked for a gun for his Oculus. And I was like, well, would you like a real gun? And he's like, I don't need to buy a real gun. We've got plenty. And I'm like, okay, well, what about anything that's not related to PlayStation? And he came back. He
Or
thought
gaming.
and I should have said, or gaming.
Yeah.
He came back and he said, what about an Xbox?
Oh my God. That's a one-track mind. He got that Overton going on.
That's
in it,
right.
Yeah. Anyway, funny. It's just funny to watch him grow.
Yes.
And then shout out to our granddaughter, Ember Ray. We love you, baby girl.
We love you so
And
much.
Can't wait to watch you grow.
That's right.
And Santa Claus will be good to you, I'm sure. So with that being said, download the Real Life Real Crime Community app. Y'all, it's 30-something thousand people in there growing every day. I answer there first. It literally, if you could see me in the mornings, I get up, go put my coffee on the thing, take the dog outside, come back in, give the dog some water, wash my face in the kitchen sink, which I know Cyndi doesn't like, but she's never said anything negative
I
about
would
it.
never say anything to you about that.
And then I go back and get in my bed and do my social media for several hours.
Yes.
And I go to Real Life Real Crime Community app first.
That's true.
And so anyway, y'all go download it for free from the App Store. Check it out. It's really cool. Got everything Real Life Real Crime, from all the episodes to merch to whatever, forums and everything. Hashtag Justice for Haley. Check it out. Share it. Be pissed off. Wait till you hear this idiot. And then, when I get done putting it all together, this week's episode will give you a further glance into the bad guy and his mindset is, but I cut it off right before the switch flips.
Yeah.
And you'll get that next week. So, but do that, and State versus Scott Peterson scorched I conclude the defenses side this week, and we're about to conclude the whole thing, and it's just so fucked up. It's like Jean-Benet Ramsey.
Right.
And yes, I could do that for a million years, but I'm not going to, because everybody else is.
Yeah.
It's like P. Diddy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not a bandwagon jumper. I don't need to do stories everybody else is doing.
Well, you fought doing Scott Peterson for so long, but the more you looked at the case, the more you were like,
people were sending me stuff, and then one of those documentaries came out, and I said, this can't be true.
Right. And
it's not true.
Exactly.
That was from one side.
And
then another one came out from the other side, and I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
And if anything, you're a truth teller. You want people to know the truth.
Tell it from both sides.
Right.
I'm not throwing shade on Modesto PD or just shade on them. They certainly got they did this shit. I didn't do it.
Right.
Yeah, but the defense, Scott Peterson, got a lot of shady shit on him too.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm going to tell you all about it. Go listen to it. Longest series I ever did. With that, we're out of here. Catch you next time. And I'm Woody Overton.
I'm Cyndi Overton.
I'll at you later. Peace.
Peace.